If this photo makes you uncomfortable, you are on the right side of history. What you are looking at is a photograph of unaccompanied migrant children inside the detention center in Fort Bliss, Texas, where they are quite literally in a playpen jail, okay, prison. They're literally placed in a playpen and told to stay there with nothing really, I guess some aluminum blankets. And if you look in the very back, you'll see that there are guards standing there. This is their childhood. And if you feel sick to your stomach, you are on the right side of history. But I need you to be aware of what is happening here because this situation could be coming to a town near you. Right now in the United States, the Department of Homeland Security is silently but very quickly creating a national network of concentration camps. And yeah, I'm going to use that phrase. There is no official list. There is no official map. There is not a single announcement. And I will tell you, I do not see this in the mainstream media. It was Rachel Maddow's show tonight on MS Now, which is basically the only mainstream anything I touch anymore on Monday nights, where I learned about this. And so I thought I would do a deep dive, and boy, did I see just how big these plans are. Based on the research I have done, it is clear they are using warehouses, and there are roughly, an approximate guess would be around 23 of these warehouses that are already in the works or are somewhere in the process. Why are they choosing warehouses? Well, because A, you can avoid scrutiny. Everything is indoors. And so instead of building a brand new prison in which you see it kind of built from the ground up, this is a literal box where no one can see in. There is no lengthy approval process and no meaningful public debate, although you will see when I offer a solution to you that is changing a little bit. And in some spaces, there is no local sign-off on these warehouse prisons at all. Now, you might be wondering why I have this photograph behind me. It's a historical photograph from the World War II era where Jews are at the time being told that they're being deported by train. Well, the eerie fact about these concentration camp warehouses that are being built in the United States is that many of them sit on or near train tracks. Why is that? Because you can move people in and out with very limited detection. It does not draw attention to what is going on. So like I said, there are approximately 23 of these warehouse concentration camps that are somewhere in the process of being created. That said, that's not where the story ends, unfortunately. Unfortunately, through leaked planning documents, which are filed with towns, cities, districts, counties, etc., we have discovered that there are plans for what they're calling mega centers. And these mega centers would hold somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 detainees at each site. While the cities have not been confirmed publicly yet, because this is based on investigative journalism and people who remain anonymous at this point, they have confirmed the states. The states are Virginia, Texas, Louisiana, Arizona, Georgia, Missouri. And then there are also up to 7 states total per the draft plan, which is listed in the Eastern Herald. You can find that link in my Substack article on this. This is really, really scary. I understand that. This is triggering news, this is upsetting news, but I do want to show you that there is a small glimmer of hope here. And that is we are already seeing pushback at a local level. You aren't hearing these stories in the mainstream news, but you are hearing about this at a local level. And what is happening is people are digging into their own public records in their cities or towns. They're making requests to see planning documents, which you can legally do. They're showing up to these warehouses or other sites that are supposed to be turned into these concentration camps, and they're protesting. And while it seems like none of that is really that effective, I will tell you there are a number of stories, which can be separate videos if you'd like, where this public outcry and protest has worked. People have showed up to town hall meetings and everything else, lines out the door insisting, many of them in their Republican and red districts, that they are not going to stand for a concentration camp to be part of their town. If you want to look at all the details, if you want to see the specific ways in which you can fight back, if you want my contact information so I can help you dig for documents to help you see what's going on in your area, all of that information is in the article on my Substack, substack.com/@totalhypocrisy. There's also a link to my link tree, which has my Substack and other platforms in it in my bio here. Please share this far and wide. It's important that we know what's going on because this is effective for only two reasons. People are being silent about it, and they're moving very quickly.